They said the forest was empty. No trails, no campsites, no signs of people for miles. Just trees, silence, and the sound of your own heartbeat if you dared to listen too long. For Lena and Mark, it was supposed to be a weekend away. 2 days of hiking. Off the grid, no phones, no stress. But some silences aren't peaceful. Some are waiting.
You see, this isn't so bad. Real air, real quiet. No neighbors, no sirens, just trees.
Yeah, real quiet. Almost too quiet.
They had parked the car 5 miles back and walked until the trail vanished. Now there was only the crunch of leaves beneath their boots, the whisper of wind through dead branches. Mark's backpack carried most of the supplies: food, water, a small tent, a hatchet. Lena had the map.
According to this, we're heading toward an old fire tower. We can set up camp near there.
As long as we get there before dark.
They didn't. The light faded faster than they expected, swallowed by the canopy. When the last streaks of gold turned to gray, the woods became something else, a maze of black lines and shifting shadows. By the time they stopped, the air had grown heavy with damp cold.
We'll set up here. Flat enough.
You think it's safe?
Safe as anywhere out here.
They pitched the tent, lit a small fire, and ate in silence. The woods had no night sounds, no crickets, no owls, no rustle of small animals. Only the faint sound of something distant, like breath held too long and finally released.
Do you hear that?
It's just the wind.
That's not wind.
They listened, and then faintly came a voice. Not a word, just a sound, like a syllable caught between throat and air. Then silence again.
Okay, maybe an echo. Maybe someone else is camping out here.
There's nobody else. You said so yourself.
Then it's an animal.
Animals don't sound like that.
They didn't talk much after that. When they finally crawled into the tent, the fire had almost gone out. The forest outside was absolute darkness. Lena woke first, sometime after midnight. There was a sound just beyond the tent wall, slow steps through wet leaves. She reached for Mark, whispering,
Mark, someone's out there.
He stirred, groggy.
What?
Listen.
They both froze. The steps stopped too. Then, a long scrape as if something dragged across the ground. Mark unzipped the tent halfway and peeked out with his flashlight.
Nothing.
Close it, please.
He did, but not fast enough. For a moment, just a blink, the beam caught something pale between the trees. A face, maybe. Watching, but gone as soon as the light touched it. They didn't sleep again that night. By morning, the firewood was gone. Every stick they'd stacked beside the tent vanished. In its place, small indentations in the soil, like bare footprints, leading into the deeper woods.
Could be kids. Locals messing around.
We're 20 miles from the nearest road.
Then someone's been living out here.
Or watching.
They argued about whether to stay or leave. Mark said they'd waste time trying to retrace their path. The forest looked the same in every direction. Lena said it didn't matter. She couldn't stand another night here. They decided to find higher ground. Maybe the fire tower wasn't far. By noon, the sun had vanished behind gray clouds. The forest pressed closer, the air thick with moisture and silence.
Mark, stop.
He turned. She was staring at a tree. Someone had carved a single word into its bark, deep and fresh. Stay. Below it, a small tuft of fabric, red, frayed, nailed to the trunk, the same color as Lena's jacket.
That wasn't here yesterday.
Someone's screwing with us.
Then how did they get behind us?
They walked faster, their conversation dwindling to breaths and footfalls. After another hour, they reached a clearing, or what should have been one. In the center stood the fire tower, rusted and half-collapsed, its top lost in mist. They were not the first to find it. At the base of the stairs lay a backpack, old, mold-eaten, zipped shut.
Stay here.
No, I'm coming.
He opened it. Inside were the remains of a map, a flashlight, and a small leather notebook. He flipped it open. The handwriting was rushed, desperate. Can't find the way out. They move the trees. They whisper names at night. I hear mine now.
That's not real. Someone's...
It's dated from last year.
They looked at each other. Then the sound came again, soft, distant, and familiar. A woman's voice, calling.
Mark. It said your name.
He shone the flashlight toward the trees. The beam caught glimpses of movement, shadows darting between trunks just beyond clarity.
We're leaving. Now.
They turned back the way they'd come, but the path was gone. Every direction looked identical. Twisted roots, wet leaves, the smell of rot. As the fog thickened, Mark's flashlight flickered and died.
Mark?
No answer, just the whisper again, closer now.
Lena.
She ran. Branches tore at her arms, the ground slick beneath her boots. Everywhere she turned, trees. And sometimes between them, flashes of movement. A figure in red, her own jacket. But she was wearing it.
Mark?
She broke into another clearing and stopped dead. Mark stood there facing away, motionless. When she reached him, she saw his hands, trembling, covered in mud.
Mark, what happened?
Don't. No. I think I heard you calling. But you were behind me. Then in front. Then.
He looked down. There were footprints, small, bare, circling them in the mud. Dozens, maybe hundreds.
We're not alone.
No, we never were.
They moved again, this time without direction, only desperation. The mist thickened until even their hands were fading from sight. Every sound became suspect, footsteps echoing where there shouldn't be any. Then, a clearing again. The tent. Their tent.
No, this can't be the same place.
It is.
It was, except there was no fire, no gear, no food. Just the tent, unzipped. Inside, 2 sleeping bags, and in one of them, themselves, asleep.
We're dreaming.
Don't.
From the other tent, the sleeping versions, came the faint sound of breathing. Slow, deep, not quite human. The air shifted, the forest sighing all around them. The other Mark's hand twitched. The other Lena opened her eyes and smiled. They ran, through branches, through fog, through night. They didn't stop until dawn, when the trees finally broke into an empty road. They stumbled out, gasping, mud-covered, shaking. Behind them, the forest was silent, still.
We made it. We're out.
Are we?
She turned. The tree line looked different now, closer somehow. And carved into the nearest trunk, deep and fresh, were new letters. Welcome back.